Last video, we discussed state and how it works in class component. We saw in class component, we have a React keyword called state to define properties of component state and set state method to update value of that state. In this video, I'll discuss state in functional component. We can use state hook to declare state parameter and update value of that parameter in functional component. State hook returns an array with exactly two items. The first item is the current state or state parameter. During the first render, React renders initial state in the browser. The second item is set function. We can use this function to update the state. Here, welcome component. This welcome component is a functional component. I will use this functional component to demonstrate state in functional component. For state in functional component, you first need to import state hook inside the component. As two of them, React and useState, come from the React, we can use them in a single line, like this way. This is very concise and increase readability. Let's declare a state variable and set function using the useState hook. Here, the constant, the array, the first name. This is the state variable, and to update the first name state, I am declaring here set first name, which is the set method to update the first name, and here use state, and here this is the initial value of the first name state. Here we can see useState hook returns an array that has exactly two values. First one is the state variable, and the second one is a method that name is set first name, which we can use to update that state. Let's state for the last name. You can define last name, and here the method is the set last name, and the initial value of this state is off. Let's go back to the browser and see. This is coming from the state. Now I am going to add a button inside the JSX so that I can show you the state changes whenever I click the button. I need to add a parenthesis as HTML becomes multi-line. It is still getting error because JSX does not support multiple root tag. So I'm adding here empty tag in React, which we call fragment. Okay, the caption of the button, change name. I'm adding a function here that we will use to update the state, and then name change. So adding on click event here. So in React, on click, any event should be camel case. So inside the parenthesis, I am adding the handle sense method so that when the click event occurs, this method has been called. If we try to update the state directly, the value of the state parameter will be changed inside the component. But React does not render that changes in browser. Let's see. Here I am changing first name to Abdul and last name to Hamid, and I'm also logging that changes into the console. Let's see in browser. Here is the change name method. Click the change name. No changes in browser. So let's see in console. So value of the parameter has been changed, the Abdul Hamid, but React does not re-renders that changes in the browser. So if we update this state using the set methods, the value of the parameters will be changed as well as the React re-renders that changes in browser. So here I need to use set first method to update the value of the first name parameter, state parameter, set first name, and I'm changing to Abdul. So when this function called, this set first name method will change the first name, and for last name I need to use the set last name method. Here I am adding Hamid is the value of the last name. Let's go back to the browser and see. Let's click the change name method. Yeah, the React re-renders that changes in browser. It is not mandatory to use the method name like this way. You can use whatever you like update name. So it is mandatory to use the same name that is defined inside the array. So right now to update the first name, I need to use the update name. Let's see in browser. No error. Let's click. Yeah, the value has been changed. I would like to follow this convention because this will enhance the readability. We saw in class component that React has state keyword to define and declare state properties and has a set state method. We can use this method to update the state, and React renders that state changes in browser. In functional component, React has a use state hook. We can use that hook to declare a state parameter. This use state hook returns an array with exactly two values. First one is the state parameter, and second one is the set method, which we can use to update that state parameter. This is all about state in React. In the next video, I will discuss event handling in React. Please subscribe my channel to get notification for future video. Thank you.